Today, people will put anything in their system just to see some kind of result, some kind of change. I don't want to judge anyone. Again, that's not what I do. But if I can inspire or influence anyone that's, say, 16, 18, 20 years old to not use steroids, to not use growth hormone, to not use synthol, to not use any of that stuff, that would make me feel great. Reason being, you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again, I'm very proud to say it. I've never used steroids in my entire life. You know, it's interesting, I've competed with many people over the years. In fact, I've competed in natural shows as well, here and there, with guys who did use steroids, but of course, it's only fair because if they get off the steroids, then they can compete in a natural arena, you know, because now they're clean. And I respect people that have done that, who used to do steroids and they quit and now they're clean. I respect that greatly, 2 thumbs up. But at the same time, they're not 100% natural. They are natural now, but they're not 100%. There's very few of us who have reached the top caliber shows and won, who can really say we are 100% natural. What I mean by that is not taking anything, supplementation anyway, to win that show. Diuretics, injections, pills, I've never done any of it. So when I'm asked what I think about steroids, you know, they're used in medicinal purposes. I believe if you have sinus issues or bronchial issues, you know, you'll be giving something like prednisolone or certain things like that that are for the medical medical reason. But when you find yourself going to Mexico, or you're going to other countries, or you're buying these things in jars, putting in the refrigerator and poking it and poking yourself, you know, why not use crack? Why not use heroin? Why not do that too? I mean, if you're gonna go that route, you took the chance. Why not go further with those other chances? Again, I'm not trying to make fun of you or anybody who uses steroids. There's a whole industry built around it. I'm from the world of bodybuilding, so I've seen it for many years. But I would say this, if you're doing it for the purpose of competing, okay, you first have to ask yourself, what are you gonna get out of that competition? Because today, you know, of course, sure, you can win hundreds of thousands of dollars, get contracts. That's just a few people. On the lower caliber shows, you're gonna get an award, a trophy. That's about it. So ultimately, your liver, your kidney, your lungs, your heart, your brain, all these things you gotta worry about that you're gonna destroy. You see all the time people have heart attacks. You're gonna hear people say all the time, well, you know, no one's really died from it. Yes, they have. If you do your research online and just type in deaths from steroids, you're gonna see a long list. Deaths of bodybuilders from steroids, a long list. My feeling is this about steroids. Will I go to a show, a competition where I see guys competing who are on steroids? Probably, because I like the sport. And there's a lot of fluff in the sport right now because there's people coming back to the sport who've been out for a long period of time. It's cool to see that. But do I promote or do I actually salute people who use steroids? No more than I salute somebody who says, hey dude, I got some heroin over here, you want to try some? I don't salute that either. Not because of the fact that I think they're not a great person, it's the act. And I believe if I'm going to be natural, I'd rather inspire young guys coming up, young women coming up who want to train and get the best health they can and the best body they can. Because they're doing it in a way that's clean. I don't want to sell drugs. So if I sold drugs, I'm hurting somebody's health, right? I'm hurting their life, right? So if I promote the use of steroids, all this other stuff, and somebody else will start using it because of what I said. So it's no different than me selling drugs, no different than me pushing drugs or giving the person drugs myself. So when it comes to steroids, you've got to ask yourself what you're doing. Just because you're seeing things all over YouTube and guys are showing they're injecting, they seem like it's, oh, this is the coolest thing to do, it's a funny thing to do. Look at my big gun, look at mine. I'm over 50 years old, look at this, look at this. Look at that, look at that. You see guys on YouTube all the time saying, look at my muscles, look at my muscles. It doesn't matter because they're not theirs, they're borrowed. They got theirs from the use of steroids. They got theirs from the use of this other synthetic stuff. So I don't consider that hard work. Yeah, they worked hard to push down and get there, but they didn't do it all on their own without steroids. So if you're gonna give any attention to those guys using steroids and say, I wanna be like them, that's okay, but I'd rather for you to be like you. So you've got your genetics. You've got your physical makeup. You've got your brain. You've got your intelligence. You can get in the gym. You can push the iron like everybody else. Eat well, rest well, take care of yourself. You're going to have a great look. That great look's gonna stay with you for a long time. You're gonna be proud of that look, and you're gonna know you did it cleanly. See, when you use steroids, here's what happens. You're gonna get the big muscles. You're gonna be excited. Then when your body starts going haywire, you start getting all the bloat. You wonder why the bloat's not going away, because your kidneys are knocked off, your liver's knocked off. Then you're gonna have to go with hormones that actually, or you're gonna have to go with medications that actually clean your liver out because of the junk you've been using. So they don't tell you that part. You can't just use steroids. You have to use supplementation to clean out the problem from using steroids. Steroids cost money, the cleansers cost money, doctor's visits cost money. It's a whole whirlwind, and see, everybody's different. You might see somebody that smokes, and they might smoke until 90 years old and never have a problem. But the numbers of people that do that are very rare. Most people end up with some kind of cancer or some kind of lung problem from the cigarettes. So if you're 20 years old, 25 years old, you decide to use steroids, you might make it 6 months before you have to go to the doctor. Maybe make it 6 years. But it's going to happen. So my suggestion is this. When you train, eat to train. Train to eat. Any supplementation you take, maybe multivitamin, get your rest and just train hard. Get the calories up. But I guarantee you this, if you are doing this, you will maintain your size. And if you skip training for a week, you might come down a little bit, but when we start training, it comes right back. If you're on steroids, let's say your paycheck's not right, the money's funny, you don't have money for steroids, your weight goes, so let's say you're 150, and you want to get to 200. Let's say 6 months later, a year later, you are 200 pounds, you run out of money, you can't afford the steroids, you'll be back at 150 before you know it. It doesn't last long. Now you've got to pay that money to get back up to that number again. It's only borrowed, it's only temporary. That muscle does not stay, it doesn't. People don't tell you that part. It's not like a little magic trick that you use the steroids, the muscle stays forever. You've got to keep injecting, and don't stop there. Let's say today you start with 1 tablet. Great, look at these muscles, boom, they build up. Now after several days, several months, over time, that 1 tablet doesn't work for you anymore. Now you have to go with 2 tablets. Oh, that 2 tablets doesn't work? You have to take those 2 tablets plus this tablet. Oh, wait a second. Stopped again. Now you've got to take those 2 tablets plus this tablet plus that injection. Oh, wait. You got to take those 2 tablets plus this tablet, that injection, plus another tablet over here. Before you know, you're up to 20 tablets. That's called stacking. So these guys you see at the pro level using all these steroids, don't think they're using the same thing all the time. Don't think they're just taking a little bit here and there. They will sit down and take this stuff. It takes time to do this. It costs money to do this. So they have people that they're endorsing. They're getting money to just pay for those drugs. They're winning these competitions with that money. They're paying further for the drugs. So again, I'm not crashing down on the competitors because of it. I'm just making sure you understand what's going on. So you are more informed, well informed, so you can make a better, educated decision for yourself. Again, natural is really the best way to go. Because if you do, you'll live better. Your health will be better. Now, unless your genetics, you have issues, health issues in your family, I'm not sure. But if you're not using steroids and you're doing it the right way, I guarantee you'll be happier, proud of yourself. It'll last you a lot longer. When you're 20 years old, think about this. I was thinking kind of like you when I was 20 as well. You don't think about what's going to happen when you're 40 or 50. But I guarantee you, since I'm here, I can tell you. I'm over 50, I can tell you. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here steroid-free. I'm happy to be here feeling good and healthy, knowing I did not use stuff like that. Now, I'll go even further and say I never used cocaine, pot. I never got into drinking, anything like that. But not because I felt it was wrong, I just never developed a taste for it, okay? But when it comes to steroids, that's what I'm really hammering on here. I want you to really think about it. Now, you might talk to your friends, they might say, Lacey's full of crap, what is this? So what, he's natural, do it my way, man, let's go the drug route. I'm not telling you not to. I'm basically just saying think about it. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to your health. No matter what you look like, from pumping up, if your health goes bad, your body's not gonna look good. Think about some of these competitors that are on the circuit that you know of who have had steroid issues. Look on YouTube, they're there. Look at how they look at their faces. Look years before when they were winning, the big smile, happy, hey, I got this award, look at this chick. You know, they're really happy with what they got. But look at them now, look at their faces now. Yeah, dude, hey, how you doing? Good to see you guys, man, I'm feeling pretty good, yeah. They don't smile, like I'm doing pretty good. Oh yeah, I can't really walk, my hips aren't really doing good, man, it's a bad, oh, my arms are screwed up, I can't, nobody's smiling. Look at the guys. The guys that got hurt from the steroids, they don't smile. You know why they don't smile? Because they're regretting what they did many years ago. They're not, it's not they don't smile because the hip bothers them, or because of the fact that they're ill because of steroids. It's their conscience. It's not letting them go. And I just don't want that to happen to you. If you're standing here with me right now, and we were training, I have one rule. Anybody I train in all the years I've done it, basketball players, football players, tennis players, swimmers, and we're talking about the athletes who have gone to Olympic level. Hollywood, people in Hollywood, you know, people in finance, You know, whether it be entertainment, lawyers, doctors. I have some rules I have when it comes to training. One of the biggest rules I have, if you're using steroids, I can't train you. 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't believe in it. Number 2, I don't want to be responsible for your death or your illness or whatever comes from it. So again, I'm not judging anybody on steroids. I'm just saying there's a better way to go, and I believe I'm living proof of that. Like I said, I've won many world titles. I've done it many times. I started training when I was 13. I did my first show a month after I turned 15, okay? And I've been in this game for a long time, and I've been here longer than many people that you see on YouTube talking today. So again, not to say I'm better, but I guarantee you, my advice, in my opinion, is better, because I'll steer you the right way and give you exactly what you need. I won't show you a movement and say, this is how you do it, and you see me in the gym later cheating my ass off. You're gonna see me do it the right way the first time. You're not gonna see me say, don't take steroids, see me dip in the bathroom taking steroids. You're not gonna see that. Just to get views on YouTube, just to get some notoriety, just to get some fame, you're not gonna see me do silly things like that just to get you to watch me. Like I said, I've been around for a long time. I have a lot of workout videos. I've got my fitness business. I write books. I've been around for a long time, so I don't do it for that kind of promotion. I'm doing this because I can. Someone asked me recently, Lacey, why do you do a lot of things you do? I mean, you write these books and you go speak to people for free. You get on YouTube and you say these things, you give all this free advice for free. Why? Because when I was 13 years old, I wanted to go to a gym. I walked into a gym. What was the name of that gym? It was called Astro's Gym out in West Covina. I walked in, I was 13 years old, and I say, hey, look, guys, I want to come in and work out. They say, how old are you? I said, I'm 13 years old. They say, you know what, we'd love to have you here, but you're too young. You're going to come back with a guardian. We can let you come in, and the price is X amount of money per month. Well, I didn't have the money, and I didn't have anybody to take me. When I was walking out of the gym, those guy's name was Spanky Evans. This guy was built to the hilt. I mean, this guy's body was something else. He was built like Robbie Robinson, okay? He said, look, man, come over, let me talk to you. He said, look like you want to do bodybuilding. I said, yeah. He said, looks like you've been kind of pumping up. I said, well, I do push-ups, and I go to the local school in the area, and I do chin-ups a lot to get myself ready. He said, let me show you some things. So he brought me in, he said, come on, sit down. So he showed me how to do a bench press with dumbbells. He showed me how to do some bicep curls. He said, listen, get some money, get a guardian, come on back. I'll really help you. Well, I was never able to do that because, again, I didn't have the money or the guardian. One of my brothers went off to the military, and he left his weight equipment at home. So I had a bar, and I think I had enough weight, maybe like I say, maybe 50, 60 pounds to put on the bar and dumbbells. So I did that for a while, as best I could. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I went to the library and I learned about the body. I learned about the joints, the ligaments, the tendons, physiology. I learned so much, I decided, I want to be a doctor, so I want to get in the medical field. I realized at one point that's not really where I wanted to go. I decided at that point I want to really be involved with fitness. I want to help people get what I'm trying to get. So my goal was build myself up, get on stage, do the competitions I want to do, and once I've done that, then I can spread the message and help people the way I want to be helped. I want to open a place one day where anybody at any age can come in, whether you're 90 years old or 10 years old. Didn't matter your color, didn't matter if you're a woman, man, if you're handicapped, you're in a wheelchair, you have a problem with your ankle. It didn't matter to me because if you wanted, I wanted to help. So that's how I started. I started in my backyard. So from the weights that my brother left behind, I had that. When some of my friends saw how serious I was, their parents bought them equipment that they didn't use. So they dropped weights off to my house. So I had more weights. My brother, again, he was in the military, so he saw how serious I was. He bought me more weights, and with all the extra weights I kept getting, I kept pumping up, pumping up, pumping up. I did my first show a month after I turned 15. I was thrown to the wolves. I didn't realize there were no other 15-year-olds. They were 19. So I stepped on stage shaking like a leaf, scared as all can be because I didn't know what to do. In fact, one of the judges came back upstage and he pulled me backstage and said, listen, if you can't stop shaking like that, I'm gonna have to pull you off stage. I did 3 other shows. I didn't win anything. So I took 1 solid year off. I pushed my tail off. I worked everything as much as I could. I came back a year later and I won 3rd place for the Mr. Teenage Los Angeles. Point I'm making to you is I'm not the kind of person that gives up easily when it's something I really want. And what I really want today is really inspire and actually educate you so you understand. You can make it. Don't let someone tell you can't make it unless you take this drug. That's silly. I'm here to tell you, you can make it. I've gone through this for many years and I became world champion. A lot of dreaming, but a lot of reality hit, and I became that. So if you are training and you want to get the best out of it, please do not touch the steroids. It's not what you're thinking. Your body is much better than you think it is. You've got the genetics. I don't care if you're built like a string bean. So was I. I was 83 pounds in the 7th grade. I started working out the summer after the 7th grade. In no time at all, I put on 20 pounds. I was eating like a horse and training like crazy. It doesn't matter how skinny you are. Not a reason for steroids. If you get on steroids and you're really skinny, really kind of puny, you lose your money, you don't have the money for the steroids to keep it up, you're gonna be puny again, which is gonna lead you to depression. Oh, by the way, steroids psychologically, due to the hormones, does open the door to depression, okay? Because it knocks your hormone balance off. So to the brain, you will fall into depression. People don't tell you that part either. I'm saying you don't have to be depressed. I can really help you. And if you don't want me to help you, that's fine, but help yourself by not using steroids. I say it once again, don't use steroids. I say it once again, don't use steroids. I say it once again, don't use steroids. What do you use instead? Your heart, your integrity, your brains, your know-how, your intelligence. Use what your parents gave you. Your natural born genetics. Until next time, take care.